Hey guys, Upstander, and today I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a different video, but I think that it's one that you guys will actually really enjoy. So anyway, what I have here is about 26 pictures, which I have a lot to talk about, because even though I haven't made a video in 8 days, a lot has happened to me in RuneScape in 8 days. A lot of good things, a couple bad things, but for the most part, everything worked out pretty good. So anyway, this picture is bad resolution. It's a little bit smaller, but here's me finally getting 72 construction. With oak larders, and the experience is really fast. You can get like 150k per hour if you're like really efficient with it. So from 55, it costed me about 10 mil. And the reason I did this is for the gilded altar, as you see here. So what's really nice about this is, even though it's just a normal altar, I also built up the chapel as well, just to make things look nicer. You see like the windows there, I built up the organ or whatever. I put in like mahogany burners. I'm not sure which is the best burners, like the easiest to click on. I think it might be the gilded ones. I'm not sure if the mahogany ones are worse than the oak, but if anyone knows, let me know. But anyway, so what's nice about the gilded altar is that, even though I could use someone else's, it's nice knowing that if I go kill some dragons, I can put their bones directly towards prayer right away. I have plenty of Marantils from Slayer. And I can just train prayer whenever I have dragon bones, or any bones really. So it's kind of nice to have. And eventually, if you're going to get 99 prayer, you almost certainly want to have your own gilded altar. So might as well do it now rather than later. So this is the 2006 Easter event, which is the first holiday event I've ever done in RuneScape. So redoing it here was really nice. Unfortunately, they actually overwrote back in 2007 when they made the 2007 Easter event. They overwrote the 2006 one, and I think Mod Ash had to repiece this one from scratch. Not from scratch, but they couldn't make it exactly the same. But from my memory, I didn't notice any difference from doing this event back in actually 2006. And this event was originally created by Mod John A. So thank you to him for tons of nostalgia. I love the song from this one, actually, Funny Bunnies. It gets me so nostalgic, and of course, the reward you would normally get from this is the Easter ring. Although now with the system we have, you get everything, which is it's all right. And so one of my main go-to things in this game is Slayer. Whenever I'm bored, I'm just like, okay, let's go do some Slayer, because it's not a waste of your time. It's decent money. I mean, depending on just what drops you get. And good combat XP, and it's what I did to get maybe around 110 combat, and from there, Nightmare Zone and shit. But it got me a lot of my combat. So this is a granite maul drop. I got a few of those in the task. They're not really worth much, but I figured this is a good picture to put in for Slayer because those drops do add up. Granite maul is what, 100k. It adds up. And as you see here, I actually got a whip drop, which is actually incredible because I had killed over 3,000 abyssal demons without getting a whip drop, and I finally got my third whip drop ever in 07, which is pretty pathetic considering I have almost 89 Slayer, and I've camped abyssal demons extensively, and this is only the third whip drop that I've gotten. Notice here I'm using just food, monkfish. This is what I've been doing, since 07 started, basically using food. So one of the main things I wanted was Guthans. And also it'd be helpful if I go to Sarah. So at this point I was saving up for Guthans, and this whip was a big help. Also, as you see here, I went to Bandos, and we got a Bandos item. I went with two of my friends. They're lower level people, so obviously we can't stay as long. But, we actually did get a Bandos item, and it was fucking Bandos boots. So the split was only around... Do I have it? No, I don't. It was only around like 240,000 gold, which is like nothing for a Bandos item. But luckily I don't get Bandos boots very often in history of my history with the game. I've gotten hilts, I've gotten tassets and chest plates. I don't even recall if I've ever gotten a Bandos boots drop ever before. So I guess this is finally, now it's going to happen. I might have gotten it once or twice, I'm not sure, but it's undoubtedly the least common drop that I've gotten at Bandos. So what you're about to see here looks like a really good situation, right? I finally got, my cash stack up. I can buy Guthans, right? So you see here, it looks pretty good, right? Well, take a look closely at that. I do accept this trade, by the way. Look closely at what that guy's offer is. We have a Guthin's plate body, alright, because obviously he's going to sell me the plate, the chain skirt, the helm, and the spear, right? Look closely. Guthin's plate body, Guthin's helm, Guthin's plate body again, Guthin's chain skirt. Notice anything bad? Well, there's no spear in there, and the spear happens to be worth by far more than any of those items. It's worth about 5.5 mil, which is a big deal. And what's even worse is that I accepted this trade, so I got scammed about 5.5 mil. You might think, well, okay, you got 2 plate bodies, not too bad. No, the plate body's worth jack shit. It's worth 200k. Basically, what happened here was I figured after getting this whip drop that I'm going to go sell 135,000 pure essence from the Nightmare Zone, and I'm going to buy Guthin's. And I'll have to get more points for her boxes and stuff, but I did actually want to buy Guthin's. So I spend a good like 2 hours selling that pure S because, you know, people come up and buy like 1,000 at a time. It's really annoying. But I finally get this cash stack. Then I spend another half hour finding a Guthin's seller. And I finally found this guy. And he actually puts up the real set at first, and I checked that over, and it was legit. He had all 4 pieces. But after a while, he declined. This is an earlier trade, and what happened was I said, okay, dude, I'm giving you a good deal. 7.8 mil is a good amount of money for Guthin's. I'm overpaying you. And I don't know that he's a scammer at this point. So he says, all right, I'll take the deal. And he puts this shit up. I don't notice. I accept, and good fight. 5.5 mil. I sold the Guthin's plate body, and I still was scammed. 5.5 mil. Now, you might think, Andrew, you're such a fucking idiot. Well, how'd you fall for that? It's not a matter of me being gullible or anything like that, and I'm one to not really get scammed that often. The last time I've been scammed worse than this was back like years ago. I did one of hundreds of stakes where someone managed to turn summoning on, and they had a Steel Titan, and they raped me for my 25 mil, which was not nice. But you don't have to necessarily be gullible to get scammed. And like I said, I'm usually pretty careful. I don't usually get scammed, but I am showing you guys this here. I'm showing you guys this picture here, to be honest, because it was more of a careless mistake, and just because I was impatient. I've been wanting Guthin's for weeks now, or even longer than that. So I'm like, finally, I can buy it. Accept. Uh-oh, what the fuck? Where's the spear? So, I think you guys can understand. And if you do want to think, oh, you're such a fucking idiot, no one would ever fall for that, go ahead, but at least I'm honest, and I'm showing you guys that, yeah, I made a big mistake, and I lost almost 6 mil for it. So what I did to make up for that, I went to Green Dragons. Now, I have really not done much Green Dragons. The last time I did Green Dragons in 07 was, I'd gotten like 37 prayer from quests. So I figured, let's go to Green Dragons, let's get the extra bones, and I'll get 43 prayer using the Ectofunctus or whatever. So that's what I did. But now here I am, level 119 combat, trying this again. And what happened was, I found it's actually pretty decent money because 2 reasons. At level 84 magic, which I have, I'm level 94 magic, you can teleport to the Forgotten Cemetery with the Ancient's Telly, and that puts you right at Green Dragons. And it's just over 20 wilderness, so you can actually telly back to bank with the Ring of Dueling. And also there's the looting bag out now, which gives you an extra 28 inventory spaces. So it's almost like having a pack yak in the wilderness. I mean, you can't use it anywhere else, but as you see here below, I'm saying in the clan chat, it's like a pack yak. It's really great to have a looting bag. So I could bank around 25 hides and 25 bones per trip. And also because I'm such high combat now, I'm 99 strength and 99 attack, I can really kill these green dragons very quickly. And I'm getting combat experience and clue scrolls on top of it. So this actually worked out nice, and I got around 1.5 mil just from doing these for a few hours. It's not amazing money, but the reason I did this is because it was consistent. And when I got scammed, I realized there's either there's 2 things I can do. I can either just say fuck this and go play another game or something like that, Or I can say, like, you know what, I got scammed a lot of money, but now I got to rebuild and I got to go in ham. You know, I got to bounce back, whatever. So I picked the latter, and I said, I got to rebuild ASAP. So I figured Green Dragons, it's consistent money. You know, if I went to do Borrows or Slayer, I might make the money back eventually, but it's going to be inconsistent. It could take an hour, it could take 2 weeks. With Green Dragons, I know I could do it in about a day, or, well, including other money-making methods like Miscellanea. So that's what I did. I made the money back, and I also got 120 combat in the process. I got 89 defense, which put me up to 120 combat, so that was really nice to finally get level 120, so I'm really working my way up there. My goal right now is 126, so that's going to take a little while longer. Alright, so what I did was, as here, I bought the Guthan's War Spear. Now, you saw my cash stack after the 7.8 mil. If we go back here, where the shit is it? Now I fucked it up. Okay, look, I only had 298k after I got scammed for that. So what the hell happened? Oh shit, I'm going ahead now. Okay, so I did the Green Dragons. That got me about 1.5 mil, alright? Then I collected from Miscellanea. Now, if you do the 2 quests, Royal Trouble and Throne of Miscellanea, you get, your subjects will collect resources for you. In my case, they collect a lot of maple logs and bird's nests and a little bit of coal. So that actually earns me something like 200,000 gold equivalent a day, just for doing absolutely nothing. They collect their shit, and you can just let the collection sit for as long as you want. So when I had gotten scammed, it had been sitting there for around 11 days, and that actually got me around 2.5 mil or so, which is really nice just to have that money in your back pocket. You know, if you ever need some emergency money, or just you want to earn some extra money on the side, Miscellanea is really good, especially in 07, where it's very profitable. So also, I have a bunch of rune sets because I like to go free to play PKing, but I haven't gone free to play PKing in like ever. So instead of having 6 rune sets, I alked like 4 of them, so I only had 2 left, and that got me some money. Actually, I think I only alked 3 of them, but that got me some money. I sold some Slayer loot, and I managed to find this 5.8 mil, and I bought the Guthan's War Spear finally. So I have the full Guthan set, and it is very, very good. It's a really good set to have for Slayer, for Borrows. So to celebrate, hold on. To celebrate, I went to Borrows to see how it would work. If you guys haven't seen it, I have a Borrows guide, and in that guide, I don't have Guthan, so I use Blood Blitz to heal, and that works. That actually works quite well, but you actually lose blood runes, even though you get some from the Borrows chest, and it can get a little bit expensive. You're still going to profit, but it's not as profitable. So one weird glitch I noticed, that if you wear the Sarah cape and you look at it from an angle, the Guthan's chain skirt gets like even more whiter than it actually is. I don't know if you guys see that like whiteness there. It's because the Sarah cape is white on the back. A lot of graphical glitches in this game still. I notice a lot with the Verax skirt. Anyway, so I didn't have amazing luck at this Borrows run. It was pretty average. I got Darok's plate legs, as you see there, in about like 30 chests or so. I do about, if you notice on my guide, I'll link my guide in the description too if you guys want to see that. I use about 1 dose of prayer pot per chest. So if I bring 8 prayer pots, I could stay there for quite a while. So I got Darok legs, which sold for about 600k, which is, you know, pretty decent. It's not great, but it's decent. So then I did some Slayer, and I actually got a Kraken's Task. Now this isn't the first Kraken's Task I've gotten, but it is the first one I've gotten where they have released the boss, the Kraken, and the Kraken Tentacle. Before it was only the baby Krakens, and they could drop the Trine. Now you have the Tentacle, which they both drop. I think they both drop the Tentacle. I'm not sure about the babies, but I think they do. It's just rare. They also have the boss. Now the boss isn't amazing Slayer experience per hour because it's pretty slow to kill it, because it has long respawn time. But I figured let's try it, and I can make some money. And the drops are actually quite good, as you see there. Like, this is early in the trip, but you get like a lot of runes it'll drop like 150 death runes at a time. And what it drops literally every other time is sharks. It drops sets of 5 sharks. And so as you see there, like, at one point I didn't have room for all these sharks, so I had to just juggle them on the floor. And I was literally dropping 10 sharks, picking 10 sharks up, dropping another 10. Okay, the boss maybe used 1, so now I'm dropping 9. Like, this went on for literally like an hour. I'm juggling these sharks, and it was so annoying. But this boss is really not much of a boss at all. It's kind of like a little demi-boss or something. You don't have to use any prayer for it. You just eat the damage, and it doesn't hit very high. It looks like you're getting hit a lot because there's the little tentacles hitting you too, but they don't hit much. So you really just need sharks. That's it. And this is my gear for it. You don't really need a teleport, and you could wear the Slayer ring, so you could actually just have a full inventory of sharks. But I wear the Ring of Life for safety, and also a one-click teleport just to be safe because it was my first time doing this boss. So in like 170 Krakens or something, I actually did get a drop. And drum roll please. Boom, I got a Trident of the Seas, and it's full too, so it's actually fully charged. And that was worth about 1.6 mil. So it's more than a whip. I mean, I could have gotten the Kraken tentacle, and that would be worth like 6 mil or something. That would have been like amazing. But this, I can't complain, and I sold it for 1.6 mil. I'm always so good at on Zybez at like negotiating. Like, people will post like an offer for 1.5 mil, and I'll somehow get it up to 1.6 mil. I don't know, it's fun seeing how high you can get it. And I've even had people do like bidding wars for my items. Like, I'm selling like a Darok plate legs, and I'm the only seller, so I'll have these two like compete to see who can pay the most, and it works out for me in the end. Or sometimes I'll just get lazy and sell things for an average price, but for items like this, I do like to negotiate. So this is a picture I took just because, like, I thought, how much would this 210 mil help me in RuneScape right now? This is just a guy who's a staker. He's showing me how much he's made, and I did tell him that you're probably going to get clean, because he said, "Oh, I'm going to go back staking now." I said, "You're probably going to get clean within the next few months anyway." But the 210 mil, the only thing I really need in RuneScape at this point is money, because I have the Gilded Altar built, so I don't need construction. If I had enough money, I could get 99 prayer, I could get 99 range with Chinchampas, and I get 99 mage with, alking or bursting or barraging or whatever. So really the only thing I need at this point is just money. And how I'm going to do that, whether it's God Wars, whether it's Slayer, I'm not sure yet. So if you guys have suggestions, let me know, but I got quite a few of mine already. But money is definitely a limiting factor in this game. 7, whereas pre-EOC I had enough money from staking and I still do, but I had enough money where it really wasn't an issue, but in this game it definitely is. So anyway, I got, with my first Abyssal Demons task with Guthans, I actually got another whip, and it was when I only had 8 more Abyssal Demons left, which was really nice. I bought the extended Abbey's task things, where you get more Abyssal Demons per task, so that actually paid off here, because on the 8th to last Abyssal Demon, I got another whip, and that sold nicely for 1.25 mil. Losing my voice now, but we're almost done. Anyway, so I also got 72 agility from 71. That was because the Slayer Stronghold Cave, that has a shortcut that's 72 agility, so I figured I'm only 1 level off, and it's going to make getting to Abyssal Demons and Necreals much faster, so that's what I did. I got 1 more level, and it took maybe an hour or 2. The agility experience is still not great, even at the rooftops thing, but the rooftops are quite nice. Here's a random fan you can see in the chat. He tellied after I took this picture, but I actually run into this a lot now, just people coming up to me saying, "Hey, nice vids," and I do actually appreciate it. It's kind of awkward because, like, the first thing you want to say is like, "Okay, thanks." Then where does the conversation go from there? Is he going to, it's actually, when people, I don't know, but it's a little bit awkward when people come up to you and just say, "Hey, I'm a big fan," because the only thing you say is thanks, but I do appreciate it. So if you see me in game, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do, feel free to say hi, and or nice vids or whatever. Say whatever you want. But this was nice seeing a guy in game. Here's Sparkmac. I don't know why I took this picture, but I just randomly saw him while I was doing Bandos. I do a lot of Bando solos now. I'm hoping for a good drop. That's another one of my ways to make money. If I could get a solo like Tacits or something, that would be incredible. And I go to Bandos and I get around 2 kills per trip, which is quite nice for a solo. But duo is definitely more efficient because you can get like 30 kills per trip with only an extra person, which is, it'll cut your split in half, but the extra kills makes it far more likely that you're actually going to get something. Here's Ilfine. I recharged my crystal bow now that I have some money back, even after getting scammed and buying the Guthan Spear. I actually have a few mil now because of those drops, the whip and the trident and such. I recharged the crystal bow for 540k, which is quite expensive, but it gets down to 180k when you recharge it enough. I actually used up my crystal bow at Barrows, so I had to recharge it here. But I always find this interesting. She mentions that she's trying to make crystal halberds, and this is old text. This isn't a new idea, but who knows? Maybe we'll have a crystal halberd sometime. And here's me hitting a 50 with a whip, which you can do with my Slayer, with my strength level at 99, and on a Slayer task. And also, one thing that was pretty major recently, they added a feature. They actually fixed a bug that's been in the game for years, pretty much, even pre-EOC, where the Slayer helmet boost to strength and attack 15%. It wouldn't count towards special attacks, which was really weird. But they finally fixed that, so now you're going to see people hitting, really, really high with things like a Dragon Dagger spec, D-Mace. Try it out next time you're on a Slayer task. And here's the final picture, me getting 90 defense. It's not a big deal, but it's nice to kind of top off the level there, so I don't have any melee stats that are in the 80s. And I did 87 to 90 defense without even going to the Nightmare Zone at all, which was quite nice to get it other ways. But it's definitely faster going to the Nightmare Zone, but you don't really get much from it. You just get the raw experience, whereas this, you can make money and such. And yeah, that's about it. I've just been, playing RuneScape and rewatching Breaking Bad from season 1. It's a really, really good show. So if you guys haven't seen that, check it out. But yeah, I'm looking forward to rewatching the finale of that as well. But I'm a big fan of Breaking Bad, so rewatching it is really, really nice to do. It's on Netflix too, so it's easy to watch. So anyway, guys, that about wraps up this video. Yeah, so the moral of this video is that even though I haven't made a video in 8 days, there's definitely been a lot of progress going on in 8 days. So 2 things I want to ask you guys. Please join my clan chat, AndrewAJT62. It's the same as my YouTube username, AndrewAJT62. And it's getting pretty decent size now. At peak hours, which tend to actually be at night, we have a decent amount of people and some interesting conversations. So, plenty of people I run into in game who are fans of my videos, like somehow don't even know that I run this clan chat, and just check it out. That I always give a plug for it in all my videos. It's not like I'm asking you guys, like I'm begging because the clan chat's dying or anything. No, this clan chat has literally been around for like 5 years now, so it's staying around. But it's always nice to have new members. And yeah, the other thing is, like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already. And you can also follow me on Twitch and Twitter down below. I do stream occasionally, and sometimes, usually when I stream, I put up a video on YouTube saying that I'm streaming, but sometimes I just stream and I don't, put any YouTube notification of it, so definitely follow me on there. And also, most importantly, let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this type of video. It was kind of annoying to make this video because when I take pictures, I don't use like a client. I don't use like Orion or anything. I just press print screen on my computer. I paste it in Paint, and now I have a 1920 x 1080p picture of my entire screen. So I actually had to crop out all these pictures from that, which took quite a while. But I think it was worth it I think this video turned out pretty well, especially for how long it is, because I have a lot to say as always. So let me know if you guys enjoyed this type of video, and if you did, I can make more of them in the future. It's not too much of a hassle to make, and it's actually nice having these cropped pictures. So, yeah, I will see you guys in game. I will see you guys in my clan chat, AndrewAJT62, and I will see you guys in the next video. So thank you for watching, and happy April 17th.